Hello everyone. Today we're going to looking at two studio condominiums for sale in the uptown area of Cebu City. Not so far from a couple of malls, Robinson's Malls, short taxi ride to Ayala, SM, and G Mall. Lots of hospitals, several hospitals, schools, restaurants, and other types of things in the area. So very convenient. I like this place. I've lived in the Philippines in Cebu City for 10 years, and I've lived in 6 different condominiums, different parts of the city. I like this uptown area. There's restaurants, just has a nice vibe, very close to public market and grocery stores. Very, very convenient area. And I believe this is 28 square meters, pretty standard in city suites, also called Ramos Tower, which is about 301 square feet. Yeah, 28 square meters, about 301 square feet, if I did my math correctly, which is quite a bit bigger than many of the new ones, which are only about 22 square meters versus this 28 square meters. They all have balconies, which is nice, very rare here. They're asking, this is really a good deal actually, 2.5 million pesos, which is at the current exchange rate comes out to 44,000 US dollars. Something, if you wanted to rent it out, you could still get a pretty decent return on your investment. So many of these really high priced new condos, rents have not increased like new condo prices have, so more difficult to get that return on investment for rentals anyway. Going to look at 2 different units, pretty much laid out the same, but a little bit different. I'll show you the next one. This is on the 21st floor, and towards the end of the video I'll show you the gym and the outside, what's around in the neighborhood. There is parking available. They've got, I think, like 3 levels of parking. You can rent a space, I think, for a car, 6,000 pesos a month. Motorbike, I was paying 3,000 a month for my motorbike, which I thought was a little high, but I checked around other places and they were a little less to rent, but they didn't have any space available, so I didn't have much choice. I'll put contact information in the description of the video. And yeah, I met the lady here that has a lot of manages many different units, and she has any given time she might have something for rent, studio or 1 bedroom, or units for sale as well. Got Crown Regency right there in the middle, that tall building there on Fuentios Minya Circle. Looking over there, you got couple new condos going up right next door. They're kind of mid-rise. They're not that high, so it's not going to block your view, I think. But you got Horizon 101, the tall building there. Off in the distance is Cebu Business Park. That's where the big Ayala Mall is. And yeah, there's several towers. The Club Ultima, as well as other condos, kind of looking off towards the west, northwest, over in that direction. Balcony is big enough to put a chair out there. You got split type air conditioning, which is nice, instead of the window type. That's definitely what I prefer. Generally more efficient. You could put 2 beds in here, or I've seen even people put bunk bed in there, and that still gives you that extra space. There is a gym on the pretty well equipped. I'll show you that on the 2nd floor, and have reasonable open hours. Very easy Ramos Street outside to get taxis or grab car. Buses and jeepneys are running up and down that road constantly, so very easy to find transportation. And then we'll go up and look at 28 on the 28th floor for sale. So 28th floor and with a nice view. The building is 33 floors high. Let's see. Uh, this might be this might be 32 square meters, and the first one might be 32 square meters. Not absolutely positive. Versus 28. 32 square meters is about 344 square feet. Similar layout, but at the same time, a little bit different. So let's look around. And they're asking 3.3 million pesos for this. At today's exchange rate, that is about 61,400 US dollars. And as I stated earlier, there's parking available to rent. Also, I think there's parking available to buy. I'm not absolutely sure. Average price for parking I've found in the many videos, many condominiums that I've looked at, anywhere from 750,000 to the highest I've seen 1.5 million pesos to buy a parking spot. And I believe each of these has clean title. I had a friend just he's got a unit in this building he bought 10 years ago, and he just bought a second one for his carer. He's got a carer, and yeah, there again. Look, and balcony. All these units have balconies, which is nice. It's a lot of condos in Cebu City do not have balconies. And my friend has one this size, and I go see him regularly, and we sit out. He's got a table and chairs, and we sit out on the balcony. Nice breeze, nice and cool generally. Um, so yeah, looking over a little bit towards mountainside and all the way to the south too. You got South Road Properties, SM Seaside out there, New Star Casino and hotels out there, and the new third bridge down in that area. I often call Cebu City a small big city because it's very easy to, they have their times, their rush hours where traffic gets a little congested, but you can get across town and over to Mactan Island relatively quickly and very cheaply by taxi or bus. There's a couple different bus lines. My Bus, very popular. They pick up at some of the malls. They go to the airport as well as other stops over on Mactan Island, back and forth. So anyway, yeah, the CR, they call them comfort rooms here, CR. The bathroom, the toilet area. And yeah, they got some storage shelving underneath. Most condos I look at have absolutely no storage space. All they have is a sink and no place to put your personal belongings. So that's nice that you have some shelving. You got a hot water heater underneath there. So you've got hot water at your shower, probably at your sink in there also. But yeah, nice size, laid out, pretty nice. And yeah, we'll go down. We'll take a quick look at the gym and the street outside. We'll talk a little bit about what is out there as well. So yeah, the gym, they've added some equipment since the last time I was down there. Got free weights, a lot of space, which is nice. I've been in a couple gyms that very, very, very small, and you're almost bumping into one another. One person in here using it this time. Sometimes there's nobody. You got the whole place to yourself. And there are certain times of the day and certain days where you get a few more people in there. And then out to the street, Ramos Street. This is called City Suites and also Ramos Tower. Some people know it as Ramos Tower. Owned by the Crown Regency Group, I think, still. And yeah, you've got jeepneys. You got a authentic Spanish restaurant across the street. Got you got two laundromats here. You've got a shipping place, handles FedEx and many other shipping places right on the corner. A couple of restaurants on that lower level, and a couple of restaurants across the street as well. And then your few blocks from the malls, and your 33 floors going up. You got the public market just down there a couple blocks. Lots of fresh veggies and meats, and fresher and much cheaper than you usually find in the supermarkets. And down that way, you've got 301 Ramos Street Bar. It used to be called Timeout Bar many years ago. Some of you know that. Velez Hospital. A couple new condominiums going up here across the street. So good area. It's changing and modernizing, and not very far, very close to many areas of transportation. The downtown area, the big Carbone Market, to SM Mall. Buses and taxis go by here regularly, and yeah, laundromat on the corner, and then there's another laundromat down right before the lobby entrance into City Suites. There was a real small French restaurant down here. My friends, I haven't eaten there. My friends said it was really good, but I think they weren't getting that much customers, so they turned it over more to a Filipino style restaurant, I believe. And then the lobby is right down here across the street. You've got a couple of small restaurants, as well as a convenience store and a dormitory there. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video.